What's up, Sharks? This is Mr. O with the next set of flip notes. This is actually going to be rather quick, but when we did the 6 intro questions, I asked you about how plants survive or what tools they use to survive, and a lot of you did the photosynthesis and cellular respiration and transpiration, which are correct. But the part that you didn't realize that I was asking for would be this next section of notes. So I think this is going to be where it's going to be a little bit new, where the previous set of flip notes was kind of a review. Food chains, food webs is more of a review. This is where it gets to be a little bit more new content. So in your composition notebooks, page number 12, dormancy and tropisms, plant responses, flip notes. Let's get started. Let's start with the big idea. You need to know how plants respond to stimuli. If you don't know what a stimuli is, it's a cause and effect from language arts. This includes dormancy and forms of tropisms to enhance how well they survive in an environment. Okay, plants, just like animals, react differently to different things in the environment to make sure they try to stay alive as long as possible. Now, first we have to get out of the way what is going on with external stimuli. I'm going to give you 7 of them. There are more than 7, but we're going to focus on these 7 in 6th grade. So first, in general, external stimuli are conditions in the environment that the plant encounters, meaning these are different things. And in different parts of the world, these would be more extreme than others. But there's conditions in the environment that the plant encounters. And here's the 7 that you need to know, these types. Gravity, sunlight, temperature, day length, touch, chemicals, water will be the stimuli that we'll focus on in 6th grade. Plants will affect in different ways depending on the plant and depending on how extreme these conditions are. There's totally more stimuli, but these are the ones we're going to focus on. We're going to get into dormancy. We actually are a perfect area to talk about dormancy, and dormancy is by definition this right here. It allows plants to basically hibernate, but it's not hibernate, obviously, and it allows the seeds to stay in waiting for good conditions before germination. If you don't know what germination is, it's that experiment in 1st grade when you put the green beans in the napkin when it's wet in a Ziploc bag and you took it out 2 weeks later and there was a sprout in it. That sprout is a root. That's kind of the plant is ready to grow. And once that root comes out, it can't stop. So a plant has to hold back before it decides to root for the next spring season. So during the winter, it'll hibernate. So dormancy, to continue on that, a seed will remain dormant until conditions are favorable for growth and development. Growth and development means, is the temperature warm enough? Is there going to be enough water? That's why in spring we have so much new growth, because it gets warmer and it rains all the time. So when it's fall and winter, when it's not raining and it's cold, plants don't like that, so they're not going to grow. Our grass turns brown. That's going dormant. Our leaves fall off our trees. The trees are going dormant. So those are forms of dormancy. We'll talk more about those as you get back into class. Next is tropisms. Tropisms, by definition, is this right here. It's all about plants moving. There are 2 different types of tropisms. I want you to make a T chart on your notes. There's 2 types. There's positive and negative. Just make a T chart. Have positive on one side when a plant goes toward a stimuli, and have negative on the other side and have plant grows away from stimuli. And I want you to leave a spot below these. When you get to class tomorrow, we're going to draw a picture of plants growing towards and away. And I just want you to keep in mind that negative in this situation does not necessarily mean bad. Every other time you hear the word negative, it means bad, except for in math. It just means lower or less than 1. However, in this case, positive negative just means going toward or away from it. And the reason why we have to learn these things are, together, dormancy and tropisms enhances a plant survival rate. So we combine this with our last unit, photosynthesis, cellular respiration, transpiration. If you include dormancy and tropisms, we learn 5 different ways plants increase their survival rate. So that's the overarching reason why we have to learn these in 6th grade. So any questions, please write them down. Remember to leave those boxes below the tropisms. We're going to draw a picture and label some different tropisms so you get a little bit better sense of what that is. And hope you have a good night. 3 minutes, hopefully shorter than that. Let's talk to you. See you. Bye.